Good evening, everyone, or good afternoon, or good morning. My name is Martin Mezzavada, and I've been given the opportunity today to share with you my recipe for Italian meatballs. I come by it naturally from a large Italian family. This is a great comfort food that my mother shared with me when I was a little boy with my elbows on the kitchen table, and this recipe has lived on and is now enjoyed by my kids, and hopefully others will inspire you to share with your kids as well. So what we're going to do today, I'm just going to kind of introduce the ingredients that we have right here. And my meatballs contain two types of meat. We have beef and we have pork. One of our secret ingredients that my mother shared with me was zucchini. So we're going to shred some zucchini, put that in the recipe. You know, when I was a kid, growing up with lots of brothers and a sister in our family, vegetables weren't high on our favorite list, so my mother snuck them in any way she could. You know, like for us, chicken was a vegetable. So this is an excellent way to get your kids to enjoy. Obviously they like a meatball, but to slip in some veggie in there as well. But the veggie also acts as an ingredient that keeps the meatball nice and moist and loose. And that's what I really want to demonstrate today, is that my meatballs are not the golf ball variety. They're the soft, cut like butter meatball. And so the zucchini helps with that. Also, I have whole wheat bread, and I like whole wheat bread because it tastes good and it's good for you. So I'm going to soak that bread in a little milk, and this also acts as a binding agent but also loosens up the meatball as well. The traditional Italian ingredient of Parmesan, we're going to some parsley, some oregano, and of course onions and garlic, and this is going to be just fantastic. So I just slice away vertical cuts like this. And then horizontal. Remember, keep your fingers back, right? And then you dice away. The easy thing about making these meatballs, or cooking in general, is that it is really fast and easy. And as you watch this video, it's almost in real time, other than the cooking time that it's going to take. But generally, this whole entire recipe would take you about an hour to prepare. That's our diced onions we're going to use, and a garlic. Everybody has their own little tricks with garlic, and I'm sure everyone that has seen the cooking show watches the chef place a nice knife over the garlic and gives it a little swat. And that's what I do, easy to peel, and then I slice it up. Now you've got a garlic press, that's cool too. You can just press that up, and there you go. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to fry my onions and my garlic, add my oregano, and with that, it's going to release the oils in the oregano. It's going to give it a nice pungent smell in your kitchen. So we're going to fire that up. That takes about 5–10 minutes tops, just on a medium heat. You want them nice and clear. So a little olive oil in our pan. And you know, this is extra virgin olive oil. What is it? I'm going to take the bread and I'm just going to rip it up in little pieces, like this, into the bowl. And I use about 3 slices of bread, and I have a ½ pound of pork and a ½ pound of ground beef. And this will feed, you know, a family, a good family of 4. And you'll have a little left over because you might want to make a sandwich tomorrow, all right? So with that bread, I just dump my milk on top of that, and I just put that to the side. I let that milk soak into the bread because I want it nice and mushy, okay? Now, here I have my zucchini, and I've shredded a little bit of it, but I just want to show you how easy it is. I've peeled this zucchini, and this is just one little medium-sized zucchini. Very easy. Okay, that's it, that's all. There's a couple of things, you know, that you need to know, okay, when you're working in the kitchen, all right, and there's rules, and one is, for the guys anyway, is a clean kitchen is a happy kitchen. So you see I'm just mixing that pork And all that beef I want it nicely mixed up. Okay. So nice, good, healthy pinch of salt, couple pinches of salt, as well as the pepper. Okay. Now if you like a little heat, and sometimes I do this as well, a few chili flakes. You put a few chili flakes in there as well. So let's add our zucchini. Put that in there. We're going to see how our bread is doing, and then just sopped up that milk beautifully. That was about a 1/4 cup of milk I put in there. Dump that in. It's looking pretty good so far. Is the Parmesan cheese. So put a nice big healthy couple, maybe a 1/3 of a cup of Parmesan cheese inside. Some fresh parsley, okay. Dump that in. And now I use an egg, and this egg really is the binder. It's kind of like the glue that keeps everything together. Okay, so we'll crack one egg. One egg will do it. We're going to take our hands and we're going to get in there. We're going to get all mushy. We're going to mix it all up. So, okay, so there we are. We're just going to let that sit for a second. I'm going to wash my hands, and then we're going to fry up our onions. My pan's pretty hot now. Let's put our onions in there. Our garlic. And our oregano. Just mix this up. Okay, our onions have been sauteing about 8-9 minutes or so, and what we're looking for is that they're soft and they're clear. Okay, let's take a good cup of these onions and we'll put them in. Okay, so now that these onions are a little warm, but we're going to mix them up in our meat mixture here. This is it, okay? You scoop a little meat out, and then you form it. You just form it like this. So what we're going to do now is cook our meatballs. And what I've done is, and I do this, is I use my favorite store-bought sauce. And don't be afraid to go out and get your favorite store-bought sauce. It isn't the super thick kind and that I mentioned earlier. So we'll just put that whole can of sauce in there, and what I do, okay, we're going to cook our meatballs in the sauce, but I'm going to add a little water, okay? So I'm adding maybe a cup, maybe even 2 cups of water. Now, don't be afraid, this is going to thicken up because it's going to reduce in with the meatball, so you're still going to end up with a really, really nice, thick, tasty sauce. So we're just going to place our meatballs gently in our spaghetti sauce. All these meatballs fit in that sauce. So that was 1 can of sauce. I got over a dozen meatballs in there, and you see they're nicely covered. Now we're going to turn the heat on to like a medium-low heat. We're going to cover it. We're going to say goodbye, and we're going to come back in about 1 hour and 15 minutes, and I'm going to be ready. Hi, so we're back here. It's been about 1 hour and 15 minutes. I've been standing over this pasta and meatball pot going hurry, 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 and it wasn't fast enough, I'll tell you. I boiled the pasta, and you can choose your favorite kind of pasta. I like spaghetti, but try, rigatoni, penne, whatever works. Now, if you remember, our sauce has reduced right down. It's a nice, thick consistency. Everybody likes it. There's a little fat on the side, but you can just get a spoon and take that off. You don't want that fat in your pasta sauce. So I boiled my water, did my pasta, salted perfectly, okay? So we'll just add our sauce. Our meatballs are, I'm telling you, they're soft. They're gonna come apart like butter. Everybody's going to enjoy them. You top it off with a little Parmesan cheese, and it's perfecto. I really enjoy doing this and sharing this family recipe with you. I know my mother would be proud if she was here to taste these meatballs, but I'm going to taste them and share them with my friends tonight. So thank you very much for spending time with me, and this is my Martin's Italian meatball recipe.